bag. This time we got some hot tweezers from Yihua. Never used anything like this before, so I'm gonna give it a try. It's the 938. Oh, and look at that. Some more tweezers. So our stand here with a sponge, some stamped steel, nothing too special. Soldering tip cleaner with nowhere to put it in the stand. Oh, it's just a sponge, alright. Thought that was going to be the actual tip cleaning paste stuff. Some solder, high purity solder. And a big old bundle of cardboard, bags, and zip tie or wire ties. So here we have the controller for it. On-off switch, Celsius, Fahrenheit, temperature, which is 1 through 8. I'm assuming it'll tell you the actual temp up there though. Then the tweezers themselves. The protective cover. And we have a bag with, it looks like, yeah, those are the same size, so there's some replacement tips and little threaded bits to hold the tips on. Not sure what this is. Maybe a tension thing for the, oh, okay. This little screw on the side sets your max distance or minimum distance, so that's all the way open right there. And then you can close it up for, I guess, if you're working in a tight spot or don't need them open all the way. Yeah, that's it. There's the stand for it, which, yeah, it's kind of a crappy stand, but I'm not going to use these things very often, so. Alright, I'll stop this, and I have a board, rip some some components off of, and give it a test. Alright, so I'm going to set this to about 400. And I'm going to throw a little flux on. Let's see what we got here. Let's try to do this component right here. You got a movable end and a stationary end, so you got to remember that with if you're doing it with your thumb or your pointer finger or however you want to do it. So alright, we got that off. I'm just going to set it up there. Let's try, let's go for maybe this cap here. Alright. Let's go for, not sure what's in the field of the camera right now, but I'll try, see what else we got on here. Let's go for one of these diodes right here. That came off super easy. Use my pliers to knock it off. And we'll do one more. Let's see if there's something different. This cap right here, this is a little smaller, and then I'll try a smaller one. There's a big ground plane on that one, so this might be a little challenge for these things. It's not really looking at the top side, or towards the big ground plane, it's not going to come off, so it looks like it's free, but see if I can get this in maybe. Stupid coin scales on me. Oh, yep, I just flung it off. Just needed a little bit more surface area. So if you hold them on the side parallel with the board, you'll get a little more surface area than just the tips. So just to test that theory, clean these off a little bit, and this cap right here also is on a ground plane on this side. Get this hair out of here. I don't know if this is the best tool for something on a ground plane. There we go. Try one of these tiny caps on here. There's one right here. Yeah, that came right off. Yeah, just with this quick test, it does work okay, unless it's a massive ground plane. Like most of this board is just huge ground planes, so this probably isn't the best tool for something like that. But I mean, some of the components that popped right off. If it's something that's not on a massive ground plane, it'll do just fine, it seems like. Let's try to see. Okay, so there's a couple caps and stuff over here, like really small ones, and there's no ground plane anywhere near it. So let's try this tiny one. Get this cable out of the way again. Yeah, that came right off, no issue. So as long as you're not soaking up all your heat with the ground plane, you should be good. Other than that, I mean, they're hot tweezers. What else do you want? Just to sum this thing up, it does work okay. It's not my favorite tool. You don't want to use it on something that's a massive ground plane, like pretty much this whole board. It did remove some of the components from this area right here with ease, like instantly basically, but a couple of the things that are using the grounds on these massive planes, it struggles with it, but these tips are very small, so that's kind of to be expected. The one thing that I did notice is the stand. When you have these in here, you do get a lot of heat transfer into the stand itself, so you don't want to like grab this thing and move it around after it's been on a few minutes. It gets pretty toasty. I had this at $3.99 to $4.03-ish area, and it does work. It's okay. This is definitely something I won't be using often, but I thought it was kind of cool. You could use hot air instead, or some low melt solder, or just a big solder blob on something, but that might be a little challenging, where these tweezers will work in an area like here really easily, whereas hot air might blow off some of these other components. So that's about it. It's a decent tool. You just can't expect too much out of it if there's a huge ground plane like this. So that's about it. So if you have any questions, let me know. If not, have a nice day.